I think at Purdue, that really gave me my first opportunity to jump in water over my head, and it was in a leadership role in my fraternity, and the Sigma Chi fraternity was based on a strong set of values. Those strong set of values, all four companies that I've run, it's almost the same, and it's the basics in terms of integrity and respect and courage and high ambition. The other big takeaway is just, simple things like the power of one-on-one. Also, not being afraid to directly confront somebody on a tough issue. And, you think at a young age, well, they're not going to like me if I do that. What's counterintuitive at that age is they actually like you more. General Motors came on campus the sophomore year, and they picked one guy and one gal, engineering student, and they gave us GM scholarships, so that paid for tuition, books, living stipend, everything, and they gave us great jobs in Detroit in General Motors. So I told General Motors, I think I want to go off to Harvard Business School. And they said, well, if you get in, we'll give you a General Motors fellowship. Between summers there, I worked in New York for Rick Wagner, on our advisory board, CEO, and who was for 10 years CEO and chairman of General Motors. So I learned a lot, and so I got General Motors in my blood. And back then, it was the most powerful company in the world, 1.5 million employees. It was an amazing institution. I think it still is now. My last 5 years there, I was running GMF Robotics, which was a joint venture between General Motors and Fanuc. But this was kind of an entrepreneurial thing. Robots were on the cutting edge. We sell a lot of robots out in Silicon Valley to the disk drive business. And I remember coming out to Silicon Valley and I'm going, wow, this is amazing. So when it was at that inflection point, which was exactly my 30th birthday, I said, I'd really like to see what it's like starting something out on my own and seeing what it would be like if everybody was kind of an owner in the company and all that. And so I left. I got smacked in the face with a 2x4. First thing I did, I was the number 2 person at a company called Kronos Software with a Q. And IBM had invested like $30 million in us back then and all kinds of stuff. And so the CEO, the first day I was on board, said, we have a board meeting tomorrow. I want you to say this, this, and this. And I go, well, Maria, that would be lying. I'm not going to do that. And, that's when you go, oh, man, I think I made the biggest mistake of my life. That was a great learning lesson. I probably learned more in that year than any other year in my professional career. And what I ended up doing, I ended up meeting a bunch of PhD scientists from the IBM research labs that had this great idea in terms of design optimization software, computer-aided engineering for mechanical engineers. And they said, well, why don't you join us? And so I did, and that was Rasden that we built. We created a category called mechanical design synthesis instead of that part, instead of design optimization and structural analysis and thermal analysis, dynamic analysis, had to be done at that time by PhD engineers, but we brought it down so regular design engineers could do it. We automated the whole thing, and then we ended up, right when we were ready to go public, that's when Parametric Technology came in '95 and bought us. And now even to this day, my oldest son, who's a design engineer down at NASA, Jet Propulsion Laboratories, he's using the old Rasden software, so it lives on.
America Online introduces new version 4.0.
There has never been a better time to get online.
The easiest just got easier.
And because right then the internet was taking off, so we were looking at all the internet deals. That's when I grabbed some of the old Rasden guys and we started Ariba. And because there's a company out on the East Coast called Open Market that just started this thing, business to consumer electronic commerce. And we were B2B guys. We said, let's start something, let's do business to business electronic commerce. And that's how it all began, right at Benchmark. And back then it wasn't intuitive whether you should focus on the buyers or the suppliers. And we said, we believe in the golden rule, the guy with the gold rules. So we're going to focus on the buyer, and we focus right on purchase requisition, and we automated that. And it was an incredible team. And so we built up this product, and we were cash flow positive from the second quarter of existence. We grew our revenue 100% quarter over quarter for 12 quarters in a row. We took it public after 2 3/4 years. And now to this day, $1 trillion of commerce goes through the Ariba network, which is more than Amazon, eBay, and Alibaba combined. To create the B2B e-commerce industry, it was wild. It was just wild times.